episode starts off where we last off last week with them talking about Kimmy correcting Jalen. Okay. Maurice finally got the balls to speak up. Okay. He said that she does correct him, and what she was doing was actually helping them because help them with their company. So with all of that, they agreed to say that Jalen was wrong for the whole yes ma'am comment that we didn't get to see, so we can't debate whether he was right or wrong anyway, but they all agreed that he was wrong for that statement. And Tisha did make a comment talking about if anybody else had said that, they would have been fired. Okay, Tisha.
Nobody else will put up with that shit. So, you wouldn't have had that issue.
Everybody else quit.
And everybody else quit. Also, let's stop trying to act like Jalen is a baby. He's a grown man, so he could come at you the same way you coming at him.
Right.
I don't feel like because you're my boss, you should be able to talk to me crazy. That's a no. You still got to speak to me respectfully, which they don't. I think they treat Jalen like he's a little kid. Like you want him to run your business, but when you communicate with him, you're talking down to him. And so when he responds sarcastically, like I said, yes, ma'am can mean kiss my ass.
Yep. Crazy. Let's see. So Marceau is like, we on vacation and we having the same arguments. I'm like, because your wife started it.
Who started it though?
Tisha started it. Oh my goodness. So she wanted to check Kimmy about her mama.
And that's where the ball got rolling. And then she missed the whole point, because the argument, or Kimmy's point, was not whether Jalen was right or wrong or being disrespectful. The point was, whenever you and Jalen have an issue, I don't run to you trying to check you about it. And so I would appreciate when your mama, which we all know is problematic as hell, stop coming to me with that bullshit when you know it's Wanda in the first place. That's the conversation.
That's what the whole thing, that's what the conversation was about.
And I've had conversations with my own son, not people that are family, a boss that I don't even know, where he can come home, had come home mad, and I'm gonna tell him such and such. And then, of course, I'm like, you can't say that. Like, that's not how you get to talk to people. But, that's what Kimmy does to Jalen too, I'm sure. Like, that's not really how you want to handle that. I personally would be like, it's time for you to quit. And that's that.
Because sometimes families can't work together.
No, most of the time they can't. Most of the time they can't. You hire people not for their qualifications, but because of their bloodline, and that means absolutely nothing.
They are really we'll see how long Black stays open. Because y'all either gonna have to boss up and be real boss and get into, I'm sorry, one of my favorite housewives, the Manzos. Okay, what's her name? What's my girl?
Carolyn Manzo.
Who?
Carolyn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Carolyn's husband was never at home. Okay, that restaurant kept him away from home.
And when you hear people who have nothing to do with the show that actually got their wedding done with them, all they say is how amazing they did for their event. Not the reality TV part, but the person that was like, they did my wedding and it was phenomenal. Yeah.
Like, I don't know how y'all managing to run the construction over here, because he had all these different contracts last season, and then you're vacationing, you've been here. That restaurant won't last. It won't last because y'all not putting the dedication in. You can't run a restaurant.
I mean, to be honest, even if you hire a general manager that's qualified, you still need to have your ass in your business. Otherwise, you're going to have people robbing you blind. Like, how are you going to run a business when you don't know how? You hire a general manager that knows how to run it, and hopefully you stay your ass there and learn something.
I mean, what is Tisha doing?
Get her hair braided, I guess. I don't know.
I guess, child. Okay. So Tisha then apologized for questioning Kimmy. Okay. She's saying she wrong. She shouldn't have came to her. And I'm like, absolutely. They start crying and hugging each other. And I'm like, these drunk bitches.
Mhm.
So it's,
I mean, I don't care about your apology if you're gonna keep doing the same shit over and over and over again. Don't even keep saying sorry, because you're not. And you say sorry and then turn around in your confessional and say, Kimmy was wrong. Okay. So then what are you sorry about?
she is trying to fight
The image that people
say. Yeah. Yeah. She's tired of hearing she's hearing what all the critics are saying about her.
She's not fixing it.
Like that image.
She's not fixing it. She's actually validating everything that people are saying about her.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So it's breakfast time. And everybody want to know, is Mel coming? And Martell says, I talked to her yesterday. She says she ain't coming. Then the question was, is Destiny coming? And then Maurice looked at Martell and was like, oh, so you ain't talked to her? He said, I talk to her every day. I'm like, pause right there.
Martell talks to Destiny every day?
Why?
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so that was the first thing that happened that kind of involved them two, and I was like,
do her baby daddy know that?
Maybe he do. Or maybe that's part of the problem. I don't know. That's weird.
Destiny's a sneaky little something, ain't she? She be slithering around. How did Karen Huger do it? She be slinking through there.
Tiffany says, oh, I thought you were talking about your baby mama. And he said, I definitely talk to her every day. She was like, for your kids. He was like, for my child, singular. So in my head, when she first said, I'm thinking she talking about Mel. And then when he said that, I'm thinking, oh, we're talking about side piece. But no, she was talking about Mel. He had to tell her, don't call her baby mama. That's my ex-wife. And I was like, exactly.
And then she went back and was like, she had 4 kids with him. Like, I guess she qualifies as a baby mama. No, she was his wife.
Yeah, she definitely said.
That's so rude to call somebody's wife their baby mama. We know what goes with that, what people think about that.
Yeah. Then you say, I'm not trying to be messy. Don't start off, I'm not trying to be messy, but then say mess like that about her having 4 kids. So she definitely qualified as a baby mama. Don't do that. You know what though? That's what Mel ass get. I was like, she a messy heifer, and eventually it was gonna circle around.
There's no safe space. There's no safe people. She just messy, and that's what she is.
She's just messy.
Sneakily, I feel like one of those miserable bitches that's boring and tired, and she is envious of the popular girls. That's why she come for Destiny so hard, because Destiny is confident and, and independent of her husband. Even when they were married, she had her own thing going on. So she got Humpty over there.
Right. That's crazy.
And even Humpty wasn't really trying to marry her. She had to go press that issue. That's why
she made him. She said,
she made him do it.
Surprise! Today's our wedding day.
Did you see that video that's been going around? That girl proposed to that man and he got up and walked away.
Yes, that's horrible. That's why I would never do that. That's
my God.
I'm never doing that. So Mel, Martell, and Kimmy, they're doing dishes. And then Kimmy asked Martell, do you see yourself getting back with Mel? And I'm like, why are they pressing the fact that they want these two to get back together? They just got divorced.
Not only that, stop it. You're my friend. He had a whole side baby. You're supposed to be like, don't you, girl?
Yeah.
It's something else out there for you. Why would you be pressing me? They had a side chick for 5 years, and girl,
you want her to be
you want her to go back to that
relationship? Yeah, that's crazy. She talked about how good they were as a couple. Yeah, from the outside looking
on the
in,
outside looking in, they were good at performing as a perfect couple. They're horrible at it now.
So then he says maybe they'll get back together, but right now it's too fresh. And he said he still get mad at stuff that Mel do. Okay. And people say, well, how could you get mad because you had a whole baby on him? And I was like, exactly. You can't say nothing about nothing.
This is the first episode where he's even said any of that. Like, he's been skirting around the conversation since we found out about it. This is the first episode where he said, yeah, he's got a fifth child.
That he's acknowledging
that it. Yeah.
Or the baby mama. Honestly, I mean, he talked about it, but this whole I talk to her every day. I was shocked that he says that.
Does he live in her house? Maybe not. If he's single. I don't know how that's working. No, but it's funny to me. I was like, so for him to call Mel his baby mama is a downgrade. He didn't think that was a respectful way to refer to her as his baby mama. Like, don't call her that. She's my ex-wife. But it's okay to call this other girl your baby mama, who's clearly for him.
Not your girlfriend, not to like.
No, nope.
He was
perfect. And his answer was, yeah. I talk to her every day until he found out it was Mel. And then all of a sudden he's like, don't call her that.
Yeah. Let's see what happened. So Kimmy said she told Maurice, look, it's all right for you to leave before you cheat. If that's what you want to do, go on and leave.
They're not gonna do that though. They're gonna see if they get away with it. If they get away with it, good. If they get caught, sorry. Right. I won't do it again.
Like you said, they shop before they leave.
Yeah. They be having the second bitch on layaway.
And then here's the thing, and I agree with Martell when he said this. His friends and them act like he want to talk about that shit. Like, y'all always bring it up. Now, I know that they are on TV, but I will be hella irritated too if you keep asking me about Mel and who you with and do y'all see yourself getting back together. Like, it's fresh. It's cool. I don't know.
Well, they want to keep the heat off of their shit. They're like, talk about your relationship.
Especially Marcel and Tisha. Okay, so Lewis and Tiffany.
Well, I mean, he has the least to worry about. They have decided that no matter what, they're not getting a divorce. So that's that. So Tisha, you won't be getting half of anything because he's not divorcing you.
He decided that.
Well, whatever he decides is decision.
Lewis and Tiffany, they call their kids, okay? This was real quick. It was real stupid. Their little scenes are so insignificant. But I did catch that she said, do you miss us? And they said nothing. But she's shaking her head for them to say yes. And they didn't. And I was like, they scenes are so fake and phony. And then she starts this argument.
What teenage boys miss their parents? Stop it.
They with their other parents. Stop.
And when go ahead. And then
she started this argument about not being at her teenager's haircut.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, how many haircuts has this kid had in his lifetime? What are you talking about? Is she talking about that big ass boy that was on the FaceTime?
That's the one she was talking about. I was like, the only thing that I see right here is that it shows how controlling she really is.
Yeah, because if your dude is taking your son to the barbershop, thank God, because you don't want to go to the barbershop. And Tiffany, they damn sure don't want you in there. It's just not, Your
Right.
kid can't relax and do the barbershop thing. Like when women come to the barbershop, they all act retarded. Like they can't continue the conversation as it was because they're disgusting human beings.
Yep. I took D once because my dad decided this is something that he wants to do with D. So I let him do it. But whatever reason, he couldn't go. And I sat there and I was like, these conversations, y'all in here talking about the baby mamas and all of this stuff. I'm like, yeah, I don't need to be up in here.
I don't want to be there. Or, you know, you look like, you feel like a piece of meat when you walk in there and you're like, just sit right here.
Yeah. I'm straight.
I don't think it's an experience that she, like, I think that's cool that her son and his stepfather are bonding at the barbershop. Come on.
She just controlling, which we know because she controlled that whole go get married.
I'm like, is he a toddler? Why are you concerned about that?
It's crazy. So Mel arrives. Martell gets to smiling like a
Dang,
damn.
he lit up like a damn Christmas tree, didn't he?
He said,
Just
"There go
beaming.
my baby." Oh shoot! So they start messing with Belle because she want to know where her room at, and they like, you got a bunk of with Martell.
He loves every bit of that. He loves every bit of it.
He loved it.
I don't know how Ariane can watch this without her head exploding. Because if my head want to explode, I'd be like, oh my.
I've been it wouldn't be shit left if he had anything. I've been a busted TV.
Angela Bassett, that ass.
And then okay. Mel says something about to Tiffany that she didn't know that she was gonna be there.
What is she talking about? Her and Destiny had a whole conversation about Martell and Tiffany being there.
Right. That's all I'm like.
That's why she didn't come till today.
Right, because she wasn't there. Then she said to Tiffany and Tisha that she didn't know Martell was gonna be there. I said, okay, you said that with Destiny. And then he just said he talked to you on the phone. You knew he was there.
Well, she also said y'all are coming close fast.
So
I guess it wasn't, she said that to Tisha and Tiffany, like y'all got getting close real fast. And I'm assuming that whole I didn't know they were coming was just a little like dig as far as, so you invited Tiffany and I didn't know, it wasn't about, I didn't know they were coming. You didn't check with me first before you invited Tiffany, like I need to be in the loop. Like that's the vibe I was getting from it. Cause girl, bitch, we know you knew, you had a whole conversation about it.
Cause you said, I don't want to be doing no group
shit with paired up with Marcel.
And she said, and I don't want to be paired up with Tiffany.
That's the conversation. We were there for that.
We saw all of that.
And like Tisha said, you saw the thread. When you see the thread, you see whose name is on there. Like, stop playing.
He was on there. Stop it. We ain't gonna do this. We ain't gonna start this line, Mel.
I mean, that's just flat out lying. That's Mel. Stop.
That was a lie. A
whole lie.
And you ain't gonna act like we wasn't there. Like,
girl, we were there. We were there eating watermelon with y'all.
Okay. So it was a day in Vegas, y'all. The guys and the girls split. They went on two separate vans. I was like, probably good. I wouldn't in the van with them either. So they started teasing Martell about he was texting. And they like, who you over there texting? Melanie? Like, hey, baby, I thought you weren't coming. He tried to hold his face on that. When I seen that, I was like, whatever, just let the smile out. And then Marcel told him, you better than me, because if I was you, I don't think I would be here. And I'm gonna ride with Marcel with that.
I would definitely not be there. I'm not doing that. No.
I'm not. It would have had to be the producers of the show would have been like, you have to go. Because there's no way in the world.
Okay, well, I'm coming late. Yeah, no, I don't want to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. So they asked, was it awkward with her being there? And he said it kind of is because he don't know how she will perceive the things that he say or do. And Maurice was like,
who cares? Who cares how she perceives it? What are you talking about?
He cares. He cares about everything that girl do.
He love that girl.
Well, he said he gonna try not to do anything to make her upset. Okay, he don't want to do nothing to find out how she gonna react. Meanwhile, the girls was on the other bus, and Mel talk about she shot her video, and Tisha is like, that's really good. This has always been your dream. You always want to do something like that. And she said, yeah, but she thought she would be doing it with her spouse. I'm like,
yeah, doing what? Singing the cheater song with your spouse?
I guess just the music career. But I was like, but you are doing it with him because you got him in it.
Y'all are together.
Every step.
Y'all are on a whole vacation together.
Oh my goodness.
Arguing like you married.
Yeah, basically. So back on the guys bus, Marceau says he don't know how the guys went through this whole divorce thing. Okay. Maurice is like, it gets to the point that sometimes you figure out, we're better apart. And Marceau says everyone has divorceable moments. He has had several. He said they chose to stay. So I don't know about we chose to stay together. Tisha chose to stay with you. I'm pretty sure your divorceable moments was on your.
It's because it's something you did. It wasn't because something you did. She did. Yeah.
She chose to.
And when he said that, like, I have many. I'm like, well, what did you do? Because I can't see. Besides being annoying, she did nothing to make you want to divorce her. That much is sure.
No. The only thing that could make you want to walk out of that situation is
Wanda. Yeah, but that ain't on her either. That you know what I'm saying? It's her mother. What are you gonna do?
Yep.
You can't what you call it? You can't
masturbation from my mom.
No, you can't sanction her from the house. You can't be sanctioned from grandchildren. Come on.
Oh my goodness. So we back on the other bus. So Tisha says, are they working on a friendship? Asking Mel about Mel and Martell, and Mel's like, no, we're working on co-parenting, but not a friendship.
Why do you want a friendship with your ex-husband? I feel like that's way too intimate. Don't you like? I just feel like, your friendship bond is probably the next bond, right after your husband bond. That's the person that you talk to, your friendship bond. So why do I want that with my ex-husband? How am I going to get a new husband if I have a friendship bond with my ex-husband?
Not that soon. Everything is really, really, really fresh. Like stuff is still going on in the news. They still beefing and acting a fool. Why would you think it would be a friendship? Like, when have they stopped beefing?
I think you can have a friendship if y'all are like Maurice and what's her name? Kiowa.
Yeah.
Like Maurice and Kiowa.
But they still had to get over that beefing part.
But what I'm saying is they got married when they were really young. At the end of the day, they were really young to be being married and all of that. So they didn't get to experience a whole lot of things. So when he says, it's better the second time around, that's because the second time around for him, he understands what he wants. Both of them. Kimmy is a little bit older, but when you get in a second marriage, you understand what you want better than you did when you're 21 out here having kids and being an adult when you haven't had a chance to be an adult yourself. That's different. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even say him and Kiowa are friends though. they don't seem like friends.
Well, you know, my parents are friends.
Yeah. Yeah, but they're more like one Robin. They just don't live in the same house.
Okay.
Y'all still have a Christmas, Thanksgiving.
You just be like, what he cooked? Did I get my pie?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even
I
then,
take that back because your daddy likes your mother better than one likes Robin.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh,
They're
yeah.
like friends for real.
Yeah. Maurice, well, they trying to convince Marcel that look here, sometimes it's better the second time around. Okay. You just got to go through it first. And that's my whole thing. They're not allowing Mel and them to go through that process. Y'all
No, they're still mad.
Together. They still in the go through process. Like, let them.
People act like the divorce is final. Glad that's over. Feelings gone out the window.
Yeah, come on now. Goodness gracious.
That's like if somebody dies and as soon as they're buried, you're like, whoo, grief over.
Right. You got that process. You know what I'm saying? My goodness. Maurice said, you know, his marriage lasted longer than it probably should have. He understands that and she understands that, you know. So they got into the whole conversation about staying in it for the kids. And Lewis is like, you know, you stay through it for the kids, and then 10 years go by and you be like, I done wasted 10 years of my time where I could have just been good.
And the kids be like, why? Like, I remember one time telling Kylie, like, we were on a walk and I was like, I have something to tell you, or I got to tell you something. And it was something very like random. And her response was, you're not getting back together with dad, are you?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
And I was like, no, that actually wasn't it. But it was like, if that's how she feels, then I really should reevaluate like
that whole thing.
That whole interaction with him.
Mm-hmm. Well, Marcel said he's learned 2 mistakes. Okay. One, money is not success, and sex is not money. I was like, very good, but you don't follow that.
No, he thinks he treats money like it's success. He definitely behaves that way.
I don't know about the second.
You don't know who he's having sex with, but
yeah,
him and Tisha don't come across like they're hot and sexy. This is the first time I've seen him show her any affection, and it comes across very forced though. It don't come across like how Kimmy and Mo, like, you know, married people touch each other and not even just like making out. It's just how they, even Tiffany and her husband interact with each other like they like each other.
Right. Mm-mm. So
he said, Mel and Martell like each other better. It's just a different kind of passion. Like it
more. He don't smile when Tisha come into the room.
Not like Martell do.
Come into the room. So he said he could have been divorced. And then he talked about advice that his aunt had gave him. So his aunt was married 27 years, and at times they stayed together just for the kids. And when she looked back, she was glad, she was thank God for her kids, because sometimes you will be surprised what you hold on to when you don't have nothing to hold on to.
That made me feel like miserable. I don't know who that aunt is, but that sounded like a miserable situation like to be in.
That advice that Mel and them have been talking about, them old people.
Yeah.
You know. So that's what he lived by.
One for these kids, I'd have left your sorry ass a long time ago. Translation. Now I'm old and I'm stuck with you. So that's what this is. Nah.
Maurice like, look, we in Vegas. This is supposed to be fun. We supposed to be sitting up here talking about divorce and all that. We on
yeah.
Like, can we get to the fun part? So we finally get to Tisha's big surprise. And we get to the driving range, and they all have these slingshots. And then Destiny comes. Destiny arrives. So she
Man, that's all you see around here. I live in Puerto Rico.
shots.
Oh my God. That's all you hear. You hear tick, 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 tick. Driving down the street. I'm like, oh, here we go.
They riding these slingshots around here.
It's like a rolling disco.
This is a vehicle city. So you know they car show down.
Yeah.
Old schools and slingshots. That's what you see.
I'm waiting on the day I come home and one is in the garage. I'm just waiting because I hear it every day. Every day.
Then he says something about one, and I was like, where are we going to keep it?
Every day.
No, we good.
As a matter of fact, that's the wallpaper on his phone.
A slingshot?
Yes.
Martell said, why you ain't get one with 4 seats? So me, Mel, Destiny could ride together. I was like, why is he no, so Mel could ride with me and Destiny. I was like, why is him and Destiny?
Because I talk every day.
Yeah, that was the second time he had said something like that. Make me question that. Like,
Destiny is Mel's +1. She's not your +1.
Right.
But I really feel like even in that, Martell feels like that since they're divorced, that he should have inherited Destiny since she was his friend first.
His friends first.
And I feel like he's low-key putting it out there. Does he really talk to her every day, or is he just talking shit? And she might have been his listening ear, you know what I'm saying, when they was going through whatever they were going through. But he put it out there in a way like, yeah, she's my friend. And then, but Destiny is like,
it's to irritate Mel. Do you think that's?
Yeah, but I mean, I think he feels like mama. In the divorce, he feels like he should have gotten custody of Destiny.
Yeah.
But they got a girlfriend bond, and you can't. That's different.
And you were wrong. It would be different if you wasn't wrong.
Yeah, no, you were wrong, and she told you was wrong. And Destiny's single, and Mel is single, and they want to do girlfriend shit in Vegas, not with your cock blocking ass.
No, they're not getting in the slingshot with
you.
So he get into this whole thing about Mel can't drive, and the kids told me 2 weeks ago you got into an accident. I'm like, Martell, don't start. Don't do that. Martell has a hard time getting his big ass in the car because
his pants too tight.
Wow. Girl, if them pants would have said rip,
his pants are too tight.
Oh,
he got ready to get out. His boss was like, hold it. We ain't ready.
He said he ain't been shopping since he didn't gain 15 pounds.
Then he looked at Tiffany's husband like, how the hell you get in this car?
Because his pants was loose.
My pants ain't too tight.
Right.
No matter, like, there's no ceiling. There's no doors. You get in a slingshot, like, what do you need but to slide your ass in there?
Right. He couldn't, but couldn't open them legs wide enough to get in the car. So, that was cute. They showed them riding through the city of Vegas. That's a different way of sightseeing. I ain't never thought about that. So
I would definitely I do want to like go to the beach and, we get a slingshot and just ride out like that. I just don't necessarily need it here at my house. I think that's just too far.
Martell said he can't wait to bring the kids there. I was like, all of them? Are you going to bring all of them? Or just...
Who he bringing them with? His mama? Destiny. He's bringing Destiny.
So they must have been out all night all day. Because the next time we saw them, they was pulling in. It was night.
Dark. Yeah.
So I'm assuming they rented it for the whole day.
Yeah.
Whatever they was gonna do, we just didn't see that part, right? That was still cute though. So they parked. They like a little. I don't know, little desert look like place where they could take their little pictures. You probably can see Vegas in the back. That was cute. So Tisha announced that tomorrow, y'all, we're going to separate. We're going to have the guys can hang out together and the girls can hang out together. And I was like, Tisha is doing a good job planning.
Yeah, she is.
She did. So I was like, that's going to be fun. I want to go. So
And not only that, it's your spouses. Like you see them every day. They do need some time to like, let's go play and not together.
Yeah. And y'all really want to see the same type of stuff in Vegas?
No. Girls are gonna be like, let's go shopping.
Yeah, because she already said Chanel, and he was like,
The niggas is gonna be like, let's go to the titty bar.
Right. So Tisha pulls Maurice to the side, and she want him to keep an eye on Marceau. Okay, make sure he on his best behavior, because he over here with Martell, the two of them together, don't know how to act. And
who is Marceau listening to? Who is he listening to? Who gonna keep him? Yeah, who keeping him in check?
Shit, not Maurice.
No.
So he was jumping on his wife. So, and then she said, it's girls eyeing guys. I said, you ain't worried about the girls eyeing the guys. You worried about Marceau eyeing these girls. Okay, so stop it.
That Marceau, they want him in Houston. They want him in Vegas. They want him in California. They want him in Florida.
And besides,
they want him in Detroit. He's just an international lover.
He better be glad Lewis is there, because nigga, you would have been in last place behind Martell and Maurice when nobody be looking at Marceau. He would have got last place if they hadn't brought Lewis to the bunch. Okay. And
what is she? Then she'll say like it's not insecure. That's insecure.
Absolutely. So then he brought up the whole surprise.
How does he leave the house to go to work? Does she know that there's women in Huntsville? They do have women there, don't they?
Clearly, because Martell had a couple.
He found one. Girl.
Maybe she got people watching him.
Then I feel like Tisha, nobody knows Marceau in Vegas, so he's not that famous. There may be a couple people through Vegas that'll be like, hey, that's some people from so-and-so show. Nobody is watching y'all like that, Tisha. Like, come on.
Here's the thing. He know he's on camera. If he that irresponsible that he gonna do something while the cameras.
He's not, because he already been through
this ain't the trip you got to worry about. You got to worry about the trip when the cameras is gone.
Yeah. The one where he's at work.
Right. So Maurice said, yeah, because even if he have a fling, it ain't him seeing him all the time. He
travels all the time though.
Huntsville, the ones he go to every night. That's the one you need to be worried about.
But that's what I'm saying, girl. You're acting like there's not women there.
It's crazy. So he brings up her sneaking the little surprise therapy lesson, and is it getting better? She looked caught off guard. She wasn't expecting that question. Okay.
It's a good question.
Yeah. Because he like, how'd that work out for you? It didn't. And she said, well, it takes time, but we're moving in the right direction. Ain't nothing changed after he left that.
You didn't need that. You could have told him you wanted a date night without a therapist. You could have been like, we're having a date night once a month. That's it.
Yeah. Because if that's all you got out of the whole thing, then yeah, you wasted your money. Maybe they just wanted to show old boy again, the therapist. So Mel goes over to Martell and she want to know who got the kids. And he like his mama. And she like, I thought your mama had to work. And he was like, she took off of work. And then she was like, oh, that was nice. She took off so you can go on the trip. And so then
I don't think there's anything wrong with her asking who has the kids. But Mel, stop. This is where I don't like you, because you went straight to antagonizing this dude. You just gotta dig,
Yeah. So then she says, she bring up the video. I shot my video and Brittany was there and I apologized to Brittany. And he was like, who Brittany? Now Martell, you acting stupid because you know who Brittany.
Well, first he said that bullshit. Said, I was shooting my video where he said that bullshit.
I ain't mad at him though. You ain't gonna shoot no video.
Why are you bringing that up? Like,
yeah. They start going back and forth, and he tells her to shut up. And
I wanted her to shut up too.
He said,
and I really
something about her
like
little
don't ever
rinky-dink
ever
song.
take his side, but I'm Team Martell on
I
this one.
know. Isn't it crazy?
Girl,
Her little rinky-dinky song. He told her go on Beyonce. And she's like, what's your problem? Why do you keep calling me that? You know why he's calling you that. You don't, we're not gonna do these games.
girl. And it was
Then he
fun
talked
before you
about-
got there, because as soon as you got there, you started some
Wasn't
shit.
He was cool. Like, you know, they was having fun. Then he talked about the video was pertaining to her, and she say it's not, and I'm like, yeah,
Yes, it is.
the whole song.
Yeah,
it
it
was
is.
your whole everything.
All the way down
like,
to your lookalike. Like you said, all he needed was a bald head, and come on.
right. Oh my God, that was horrible.
And I mean, if that's what it is, just say that. But I don't know how you want him to react when you say, I shot my video. There's only one way for him to react.
Right.
He's supposed to be like that bullshit, just like he said.
Right. And Maurice, he tried to get him like, this is that moment. This is that moment we was talking about, dog. Like, calm down. And
another thing, you can't apologize on my behalf. You know what I'm saying? You could say you're sorry.
Oh, to Brittany.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Mm-hmm.
You can say you're sorry for what he did. You can't apologize on his behalf. Like, right. If I'm Brittany, I'm not taking that. I just, I accept your apology.
Come from him. So, it's
I don't want to hear
absolutely nothing. Right. So he was trying to tell him, chill out. This is what we were talking about. Don't let her get there. He was seeing right past Maurice. He didn't see that. He had that little smile and he was not there because he was in the zone. Because some people, once they get to that point, ain't no going back. And he was at that point. He was telling Kimmy, don't look at it. Don't look at it, Kimmy. And then they was like, Mel, he upset. Don't play the video in front of him. Like
Mel, the video's bullshit. Don't play the video. We don't want to see it.
Right. And then she like, why?
She needed an all about me moment. Like,
yeah. And then he brought up her having the kids sing the song. He was like, not only that, and he broke this down. I mean, you was doing, and whether it was this song or not, you wrote this song while you was still laying in the bed, having this last baby by me. And you had the kids walking around singing this song. And she tried to say the kids didn't know what the song was about.
Yeah, they do. They were there. They were there when y'all were fighting. They were there for all of that stuff.
They know exactly.
And they know that their kids got the freaking internet. They know about the baby too. Come on.
Come on now. Come on. She's saying that he used the kids as weapons, but I don't care. We said it when we seen the video when that little girl was all into it, singing that song like that's messed up. Why is she singing this? Why are they at the premiere parties with this song, this whole album about break up with your husband? It's crazy.
Well, I mean, you got what you wanted. You did it so he would feel a way, and he does. He feels a way about it. So, mission accomplished. Don't sit there now and say it's not about you. It ain't about me. I've been with somebody 5 years till they had a baby. Is it about you?
It was definitely about him.
No, I said it was about you. Is it about you? Like, I can't relate to that song. Can you relate to that song?
Oh, no.
So then who knows? That's your life, girl.
Other people
That's
going
you.
through that. That ain't my life. None of that. None of that. No, I can't relate. And the shit is whack. Okay? Shit is whack.
She said she got a whole singing career. I said, do you?
Child, no, you don't. Go back to doing whatever the hell you was doing. I mean, it was cute for what it was, but it ain't nobody taking that shit serious. Mel jump in her little car and then she drives off. Look, Tisha, don't invite Mel and Martell together no more. They just can't. You're going to have to start picking until they can get their shit together. You're going to have to pick which one.
That was like a get some buoy argument, if you ask me. She drove off, he drove off. What did they do? Go in the woods and...
Oh, did he drive off after her?
No, eventually he did. I'm just saying. That was some... That was some angry sex energy they had going on. I was like, ooh,
Ain't
they're
no
gonna
telling,
do it.
child.
They're gonna do it.
Mm.
The camera shut down, they're gonna do it housewives style with the blinds
Lord.
closed.
I hope that's where it ended though, because I hope they did make up. Because ain't nobody shit. We in Vegas. We trying to have fun. I hope y'all got together and got your sets on, because ain't nobody trying to hear all that arguing all night. We gotta go back to the house with them.
Over a video.
Nah, I'm not doing it. Her petty ass probably turned the video on the TV when they got
there
to the house. Child, please.
I don't think they want to watch it either. They're like, it's fine, girl. We don't.
I didn't want to watch it. When I seen it, I was like, look at this bullshit. Yeah. It was hard to get through the whole damn thing.
The whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy. Next week we see more arguments. Tiffany gonna show her ass, and Mel is going to defend her against Destiny as usual. And look like Tiffany said some smart ass shit about Destiny. You live in Atlanta and Detroit, and everything, everywhere you didn't live, then came out of you. I'm like, bitch,
What's
you better be glad she ain't living in Flint.
What's her connection with Detroit? Destiny lived in Detroit, or is she from Detroit, or she just
I
lived
don't
there?
know. I don't know. She said she probably from Detroit, because she said Detroit and Atlanta, so she probably lived.
Well, she might, if she a little bit of Detroit and a little bit of Atlanta, Tiffany, you might want to back the fuck off Destiny then. I want to let that go.
If she had been from Flint, you'd have been laying on that motherfucking. That's how I feel. You better be glad. But on that note, y'all, that was a good episode. I can't wait till next week. I'm having fun in Vegas, though.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go.
Me too. We can do that.
Y'all go ahead, like this video, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to this channel, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye, y'all.